Is it coming up? Because I haven't got a clue if it's happening. Is it happening? Is it happening? Am I up? Am I up on screen? Am I up on screen? I'm up on screen. I'm up on screen. It's going. Boys and girls, if you can hear me, I hope you can, because I've kind of like downloaded StreamYard, this StreamYard thing. Um, and I don't know if it's going. So anybody out there who's watching me, please comment on this. It's been a right pain in the arse this Saturday night. Obviously, the YouTube thing wasn't going, so I thought I'd download this StreamYard kind of like app to kind of like get onto YouTube, but I don't know if it's working. So if anybody out there who's watching me, I know one person is watching me, put something. He's back. He's back. Live YouTube, can't sub on the stream. Listen, I'll click on the comments, show on screen. So I'm going to click on that. Would it show on the screen? Show. Is it going to come up? He's back. Yes, Aaron Miller, I'm back. Can you hear me though? That's the problem. Can you hear me? Tell me if you can hear me, because I haven't got a clue how this thing works. I'm just kind of like, I'll show that. Is it going to come up? Guess who's back? Back again. Johnny's back. Yes. Can you hear me? That's the main thing. Can you boys hear me? Because at the end of the day, that's what matters. Of course you can. Of course you can. So, boys and girls, I'm going to start this. Again, from the beginning, we've lost most probably loads of friends, loads of subs even through this. But it's obviously something wasn't working right on the YouTube thing. Just knocking me off after a while. I checked all my settings in the computer. So I thought, I'll tell you what I'll do. I can like download this StreamYard thing. Orbit, yes, Orbit, Snoogs, show. We're gonna show it. We're gonna show your thing on the thing, Orbit. From the top, Orbit. We're gonna show this. We're gonna do it. Thank you for watching. This is an opportunity for everybody out there to say what they think. On this live Saturday stream. It's not just about beer. It's just about anything, everything. Everything is Orbit Snoog, LA. Just kind of like, you know what to do. Sub him. Sub Orbit Snoogs, LA Guns, and Comics Heaven. Just sub him. Make a friend on YouTube. That's what it's all about now. You know, I'm trying to make this channel more accessible to everybody. It's not just about beer. It's about talking about anything you want. Whether it's football, guns, comics. Yes, Paul's beer reviews. He's just turned up. Paul's beer reviews. Yes, we are back on, mate. I've done StreamYard. I've downloaded StreamYard. I'm going to use this every Saturday night just to have a laugh. Yes, I have changed. There's no hiding about the comments now. Ryan Bryson Payne. It's about doing it a different way. So we'll start off again, shall we? We'll start off again. 20 minutes ago, I was in a different world. I was in the YouTube world, and the YouTube world wasn't very nice when it did live streams. It decided to kick me off now and again. But this time, I've decided to kind of like, I've decided to do it a different way. I've decided to do it the StreamYard way. This is where a lot of beer reviews have been doing. Paul's beer reviews, if you're watching, I'm still up to have a get together with you sometime, mate. If you can get StreamYard downloaded to a laptop, then we'll start to like exchange messages, and we'll see if we can get together, do a joint review or anything. I'm well up for that, mate. So yeah, it does. Yes, Ryan Bryson Payne, it does seem smoother. It seems smooth. It seems smooth like icing on a cake. like you do. So I'm going to crack this beer open because it's been thirsty work doing this, like you do. So as you can see, the comments are coming up. The comments are coming up on screen. So there's no hiding from anybody who wants to swear or do anything derogatory, post anything derogatory on this one. Because I'll tell you what, this seems a lot better. It seems perfect. So I'm going to show, and the problem is I'm going to show all the comments on screen for everybody. So this is what makes it brilliant as well. Yes, Paul, get on it, and we'll get together and we'll have a beer and a laugh. You being a Spurs boy, um, I'm not gonna get into football that much, but I used to support Spurs years ago when I was a kid. And Steve Perryman played for them. I do. The beer I'm drinking, by the way, um, I'm drinking that. Okay. So there you go. So let's have a look at the next one. The next comment on this, if I can get it up. The next comment on this, I'm going to show this one. This is from, I've missed one, but I will show it again. This is from Aaron. If it'll come up, Aaron Miller. If it'll come up, should come up. It's not coming up. Not nothing to hide, John. If anything, says a bit of me. That's right, Aaron. Right by some pain. We'll show Ryan's because I didn't put out. Show it if it'll come up on the screen. I'm gonna yes, Ryan. You're gonna thrive. There's no hiding away from any of your comments now because it's there for the world to see. So that is for the world to see. Paul's bit. Let's go to no, let's go back. Let's go back. We'll do them in order. We'll do them in order. Aaron Miller was next. So if I can bring him up, if he'll show up. He says, Spurs boy, Poppy hit. I'm not Spurs boy. Far from it. Orbit Smooth Shoes, LA Guns. He says, what do you make of that? Show it again. What do you make of that? Marshmallow Porter Orbit is really, really nice. It's a fantastic beer. Stay Puffed is lovely. I haven't had the Imperial version, or there's another amplified version, but the actual normal version of Stay Puft is a beautiful beer, and it is. As soon as you drink it, you're getting tons of marshmallow in. It's well worth it. Well worth it. So let's go to Paul's beer reviews next. If we can bring him up. Oh, no. Paul's beer reviews. It's a bit cumbersome at the moment. I'm getting him on a show. Let's Paul's beer reviews. I did see. Was that? Yes, it was Paul. Paul, this is. I do like Lidl. I think you do as well. I think everybody should go and get beers from Lidl, Aldi. I mean, yeah, I've reviewed it. The old plunged orange pale ale. It did what it says on the can. It's a cracking little beer. It really is, and it's well worth picking one up and trying for yourself. I think you've done it, but it is not bad for the money. It's not bad, is it? So here we go. Ryan Bryson, I think. Ryan Bryson is testing the waters now. Ryan Bryson is testing the waters, and I don't know if it's going to show it. I don't know if it's going to show it. There you go. Ryan Bryson has tested the waters on this on this live stream. I'm not going to mention it. There you go. It says, you know what it says. It's there for the world to see. It's going to be on my channel for years to come. Ryan Bryson Payne with a double barrel name. He's set his stall. And there you go. So I'm going to drink this beer while that's still at the bottom. So cheers, everybody. You all stars. I'll tell you. Fantastic stuff. So, boys and girls, welcome to a new look of a Saturday Night Live. If you can still hear me, God bless you. It must be working. Ryan Bryson's just said he's tested that. He tested the water, son, and it's worked. So that's fair enough. So yeah, it's been I've been to Harrogate today. I had a great time. This is gonna go up. This is from Aaron Miller. See, this is it. This is to show everybody, the world, what type of people watch this. I don't know if it's gonna come up, but every comment you boys, yeah, there you go. It's up. There it is, right underneath my chin. This is a this is a this is a sense of humour I attract on this channel. I think we're gonna have some fun. Um, I think we are gonna have some fun now because Um, I'm gonna show every comment on this. It works a treat, doesn't it? It really does. But we're gonna work it like anybody who's got anything serious or 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 kind of like mature to say it. You know, anybody who's watching me, join in, put something up, and I will put it on the screen. This is fantastic. I'm loving this. I really am. This is what it's all about. This is what live streaming should be about. Because all I can see when I do it, we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna have some perfect fun, Ryan Bryson. I can't see us not having any fun with this. We're gonna have a good time. Um, I'm not sure if I'm going to do a live. Hopefully, we'll do a live one next week because I've got another live thing going on. But yeah, we're going to have some fun. I might do one Friday night. I might do one Friday night if you boys are about because this has got to be a cracker. It really is. So yeah. What have I drunk? I've drunk some great beers today. I reviewed some great beers today. They're behind me. Oh, here we go. Ryan Bryson, the magic of Ryan Bryson Payne and Aaron Miller. You have just started something now. There you go. Well, this is it. The problem is there is something in the middle. There is something in the middle. And that's that young one from Countdown. Can't remember her name. Rachel Riley. Hmm. Little sneaky one just popping in between the pair of them, like you do. For me, yeah, Vorderman. For me, Vorderman by far. Brains, experience. That's the way. So, boys and girls, it's working a treat. This definitely. I like this StreamYard business. It's going down a treat. So, what we've done, we've talked about a little bit of Lidl. We talked about a little bit of football. Saints, Southampton beat Pompey in the League Cup. That's what matters. Um, let's go and see what Orbit Snooger said. Hopefully, two from the top, please, Carol. Two from the top, please, Carol. That sounds like a bit Bruce Forsyth, doesn't it? Play your cards right. Two from the top, Bruce. You can't. Here they are. They're so appealing. Come on, dollies, do your dealing. It's kind of like boop, boop, boop. Two from the top. Yes. Well, I think it was kind of like consonants and vowels, Orbit. I think it was consonant and valves, kind of like consonants, valve, consonant, valve. I think that's what it was. Anyway, I think that's what it was. We're gonna have some fun now. I can see it. We definitely are. So, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, anybody who's watching me, this is the place to be on a Saturday night. Streaming to Northern Southerner beer reviews, talking about anything, and I mean anything. Nothing is kind of like barred from this. Football, American football, rock and roll, MILFs, anything. You say it, we'll talk about it, and that's what makes it a laugh, if you know what I mean. Um, let's show this thing. This is from Paul's Beer Reviews. If I can get it up. If I can get it up. It's getting a bit worrying. Paul, mate, it is. There's a story and a history behind this. Because when I first started doing this streaming malarkey, um, Aaron Miller, if you're watching Aaron, I think you are, and Ryan Bryson Payne with the double barrel name, we started to talk about women celebrities. I think we did. Anyway, what it was I've got a general dislike for Amanda Holden. I absolutely hate her because she's an opportunist. She's kind of got where she is with little talent and kind of like having it off with Les Dennis. Poor Les Dennis. No one thinks of Les Dennis, do they? And look where she is. She thinks she can sit on a talent show and tell somebody if they got talent or not. Well, she hasn't got an ounce of it, but she's gone up bucked her way to the top, if you know what I mean. So yes, that's the reason why this Amanda Holden subject is carrying on, Paul, because I don't like her. I've sussed her out. Unlike a lot of the male population in this country, I have sussed her out. And it's not good. It's not good. It's not good, mate. It really ain't. It's really ain't. You never had this in the old days. You never had this thing in the old days, did you? Never ever. It's kind of like, you know, people had talent in the old days on TV. We look at the old films and you look at the old kind of like sports shows, even Cat Weasel on Saturday Night Wrestling, like you do. Saturday Night Wrestling after the football results had more talent than Amanda Holden. I'm sorry. It's a load of bollocks. I know what type of thing. And also, I'm going to get on about Simon Cowell while I'm at it. I might as well. Simon Cowell, right? He's had Botox. You've seen him on the cover of them TV Weekly things. It's got face has gone like that. He looks an absolute alien. Who the hell is he to tell? Who the hell is he to tell somebody's got talent or not? He knows fuck all about anything, him. Right, Aaron Miller, here we go. It's going to go up on the screen, Aaron. I'm sorry to say, any comment's going to go up on the screen here. And you're going to have to put up with it. She's not just an opportunity, she's a slaggy opportunist. It's why we love her. I do not love her. She is an opportunist. She is someone who is, completely lost on me. She's somebody who's kind of like, what's the word? She is an opportunist. She is. She's terrible. She's terrible. She's just nothing. She's thick. She's everything. She's kind of everything I dislike. Everything I dislike. She's horrible. Aaron, get your head tested, son. She's not nice. She's horrible. She really is. Carol Vorderman can't knock the spots of her. Right, let's get back to beer. I've got a good comment from Paul's Beer Reviews. Thank God for that, Paul, mate. You are a gem. You're a gem because you're gonna change it. Yeah, we know that. We know that, Orbit. Thank you for that. Let's get back to Paul's Beer Reviews comment. Thornbridge, overrated. Why do you think they're overrated, Paul? That's what I like to know, mate. Thornbridge, for me, do I think they're overrated? Well, no, not for me. They've done something nasty. They've taken the 500ml bottle and put everything in 330s. Weren't a fan of that. That was a bit naughty. Do I think they're overrated? Depends. I've always think Thornbridge are solid brewery. I always thought Thornbridge. Whenever I see a Thornbridge beer, I know what I'm gonna get before I crack that top open. I know I'm gonna get a pretty good beer. A pretty good beer. I don't think Thornbridge brew any crap. I don't think Thornbridge brew any really exceptional beers. Um, the best beer for me I've had from Thornbridge is the Japer X. The Japer X I thought was a fantastic beer. Japer, I'm a big fan of, but Japer, whatever he, I think it's Japer. But all in all, do people think they're overrated because they're more available now? I don't know. I think my personal opinion is every time I've had Thornbridge beer, when I think back to all the reviews I've done of them, I always think there's little blips. I think every brewery has blips, you know, and produce something which isn't to our liking. I know I can say that for London Beer Factory. That big milk stout from Tesco was terrible, absolutely terrible. But a lot of their other beers are great. Thornbridge for me, have I had any terrible beers from them? No, I haven't. I think the only one I've really disliked was the Halcyon Grape Pink Grapefruit. I wasn't a fan of that. But for me, do I think they're overrated? I think they're just solid. I think they're just solid brewery, and I think they're you know because they're available everywhere. It's a bit like BrewDog, getting the BrewDog syndrome. They're kind of like available everywhere in 330ml bottles. I can see why people might put them on a pedestal, but for me personally, I've enjoyed most 80, 85 to 90% of beers I've had from Thornbridge. I've liked them. So I don't think they're overrated. That's my opinion. So let's get back to the comments. Orbits, Snoogs, LA Guns, and Comics. He's going to put some happy faces up, I'm hopeful, just to lighten the mood. But that is a great thing. That is what I like, It's not just about, you know, I'm going to go in with this orange powwow anyway. Cheers. Right, we've got another comment. This is from. Oh, let's show this. So this is from Orbit Snoogs and LA Guns and Comics. Trooper Light Brigade. Trooper Light Brigade. I liked Trooper Light Brigade. I think Robinson's done a great job with the Trooper range of beers. They've all been quite good. They've all been quite enjoyable, and that's the main thing. If you get a beer and it's enjoyable, that wins 75% of the vote for me. But overall, it's been great for both parties. Trooper, Iron Maiden, fantastic band. Robinson's great brewery. Put them together, and you got to admit that the Trooper label and the marketing does win over a lot of people, especially with Iron Maiden fans. So Light Brigade for me is for a good cause, Help for Heroes. It was a great beer, lovely. Yeah, I'll buy that again, even for the cause. I think it's a great beer for the cause. So thumbs up for me for that Orbit. Ryan Bryson, it's going to say this. It's going to come. Am I blocked something? No, you're not blocked, Ryan. This is a new thing. I'm not sure about. They're showing to me, Ryan. Your comments are shown to me. You're not blocked. The comments are coming up, and I'm just going to go through them in the order they're coming up. That's all I'm going to say to you, mate. So you better get your comments in. So, Mr. Ronald. Mr. Ronald, we got a post from a guy called Mr. Ronald. Hello, Mr. Ronald. I'm just going to show this up. We'll come out. Hi guys, I must have quite a few Thornbridge beers and wasn't prepared not to touch on Fuller's. That is stop. Mr. Ronald, that's a valid point from yourself. Comparing them to Thornbridge. That is You see, when I do beer reviews, I like to kind of like look at the positives more than the negatives. Okay, Thornbridge for me, um, I I've always seen Fuller's higher than Thornbridge for me. Fuller's for me, because I've been drinking a lot more beers over the years. I've grown to love Fuller's more than Thornbridge, if you know what I mean. So, for my own personal opinion, when Fuller's for me, I've got a longer history with Fuller's, drinking London Pride and drinking ESB than drinking a Thornbridge beer. So for me, Fuller's resonate more with me. It's all down to taste at the end of the day. And yeah, it's you're quite right to put that comment up. I do agree with you to a degree, but for me, um, Fuller's are better for me. I prefer Fuller's beers than Thornbridge. If I went into the pub, there's kind of like two bars, Thornbridge, Fuller's. I go to the Fuller's definitely. So thanks for that, Mr. Ronald. Cheers, mate. I like the England shirt too. So next comment we got from David Etchells. Let's see if we can show this one up. It's great. I love this. I love this kind of like thing going on now. David Etchells said Buckham New Zealand Pale Ale. I like Buckham. I've had the Buckham Bitter, which I really liked. I think I've only reviewed two Buckhams. That one, and I did the guy from BBC's Countrywide. He did one. He did a beer that I can't remember his name now. That was not bad. So yeah, thank you for watching, David. Thank you for that comment. Yeah, great traditional brewer, Buckham. New Zealand Powerhouse sounds fantastic. Nelson Salvin in that, most probably. So thank you for that, David. Thank you for watching. Thank you for contributing. Paul's beer reviews. Let's see what Paul has to say. Love Fuller's. They know how to do a beer. Don't make a massive noise. Yeah, you're right, Paul. Because I don't know what it is. Because I'm in the north. I don't know where you are, Paul. I think you may be further southwest. I'm not too sure. You might find it easier to get Fuller's, more of the Fuller's range that I can up here. But yeah, that I do hold. There's a little soft spot in my heart for Fuller's. They do some great beers. They really do, and it's just a shame that sometimes I feel I've said it in a review this week. Sometimes I feel that when you get a beer and it's got flashy, labels on in a can and everything, I think people should look back to more traditional brewers and the current crop of kind of like trendy craft brewers. And for me, Fuller's are up there. And they're at the top with a lot of brewers in this country. So we go on to the next one. This is from Mr. Ronald. Spot on there, Paul. They just produce quality traditional English style ales. Love ESB. Yep. They're stout. They do excellent. Yes, it is. It is, Mr. Ronald. Again, mate, I really agree with you on that. I don't think Fuller's do a bad beer. And that is a very bold thing to say. I can't imagine Fuller's doing a really bad beer. I don't think I've reviewed a bad Fuller's beer. The nastiest I've said about Fuller's beer is maybe it's a little bit too safe, middle of the road, but they're not bad beers. So yeah, I'm spot on with that, Mr. Ronald. Great comment there, mate. Thank you for that. So we're off to Paul's beer reviews. See what he has to say on this one. If I can show it, if it allows me to show it. Might have a mediator somewhere. Paul's beer review says Trooper was decent when it first came out, but it's dipped in quality lately. Yes, it is. I haven't had Trooper lately. When it first came out, because let's go back years when Trooper first came out. I remember reviewing it. It was about 3-4 years ago. No, I was an Iron Maiden fan anyway, but when I bring out a beer, you take notice with the Trooper label. So I picked it up, and at the time there's such a rush for this beer because obviously it was Iron Maiden. and I picked it up, and I wasn't disappointed as such, because for a reason being is that when I had the beer, it felt like a traditional English beer. It just there was such a strain of English tradition in that beer. Whether if it's Eddie holding that flag on the label, I don't know, but it worked so well. So um, I don't know if it's dipped in quality lately. You might have, but you have to admit, Paul, it's been a fantastic success for both band and brewer. Fantastic. So cheers for that, Paul. Um, he's got another one up. Paul's beer reviews. He's got another one coming up. Um, oh, a pint of ESB Fuller's Bar. Yes, it is. It is. ESB is a fantastic beer. It's funny we're talking about this because you don't see it about in bottle much where I am. You used to, but because of all these, the shops kind of like going towards canned beers, going towards these very much brightly coloured cans and trendy cans if you want. You don't see the more traditional brewed beers, and that's what I start to kind of like worry for the future. If you know what I mean. That's, of course, different generations are drinking different beers as we get older. I sometimes think that maybe that when you look at the Fullers and you look at the older establishment of brewers, they're gonna be left behind. And I've always thought that, whether I'm reviewing more of a traditional beer or not. Got Mr. Ronald coming up, if he'll come up. Mr. Ronald, totally agree with me. If it's not Fuller's on label, it's gonna be good. The quality, it is. It is. The quality is always there. Fuller's do not brew crap. They've got so much tradition, so much knowledge in brewing, so much of everything. They do not produce crap. They are one of the most consistent brewers in the country. They definitely are, with the history to match. They've got the history to back up what they're doing, and that's where a lot of the modern brewers do not have. The Beaver Towns, the Cloudwaters, Wander Beyonds, whatever. They may do fantastic beers, but they haven't got the history behind the brewery, and that's what matters, especially with me. So, Warren Bryson, always got like. Let's see what Warren Bryson what he has to say. Well, no, I haven't had it, mate. I haven't had Omega White Cider. No doubt you tell me what it's like in the next comment, and he does. So we're going to show that one, like we do. It stinks of farts. Doesn't taste good. Well, that's what cider does, get the sulphur coming up. I have to do some cider reviews, I have to say. I do like a good cider. I tend to do them once or twice a year, just try to fit them in like you do, because I think it's always good to review something different, and it's always knowledge at the end of the day. So I'm going to go in with this one. Cheers. Yeah, I would recommend American Cider, Angry Orchard. I enjoyed that one, Ryan. Get a bit of Angry Orchard down here, mate. That wasn't a bad cider. That wasn't a bad cider at all. I really enjoyed that one. So, boys and girls, welcome to another live one. Like you do. It's been great so far. We've had some great comments, and this is kind of like bringing everybody together because I can show the comments what people are making, and we can have a laugh. So, Orbit Snoog has come up with another comment. We're going to have a look at what Orbit Snoog has to say. I'm sure it'll be good. Rattler is the worst cider ever. I've never had Rattler Orbit. The ones I've reviewed has been mostly Thatcher's, to be honest. I do go for something like a cider beer. kind of like hybrid, but I haven't seen them about lately, so I can't comment on that Orbit, mate. But thank you for the comment. So we got another one from Mr. Ryan Bryson. See what he has to come up with. Proper cider and the mainstream stuff is good, but due to trying a few Tramp Juice beers recently, I thought I'd grab a couple of skanky Tramp ciders. The K was banging, Amiga is not. The K cider I really enjoyed. Um, um, they can't be ciders are hit and miss for me. They're kind of like either really good or pretty ropey, to be honest. So I can't kind of like comment on that one. I can't. He's got another one coming up anyway. Let's show it for all you boys and girls out there. Henry Weston's, yeah, Henry Weston's. I haven't reviewed any. I've had some. Yep, it's not bad at all. That was that Chapman and Corks, Chapman and Corks cider. Check that out, wine. That wasn't bad either. But like I say, ciders. I find ciders hard to review. Reason why I find them hard to review because they're quite similar, and they're not similar, but it's just lots of apples in it. It's lots of apples. So we've got another comment coming up from Paul's Beer Route. Honestly, a beer tip: get a train down to King's Cross, go into the parcel yard, Fuller's Pub, and get a pint of beer on another. I will take that tip, mate. I could imagine parcel yard. I was in Bath, funny enough, about 2 years ago in Bath, and there was a Fuller's Pub there, but I never went in it, and I wish I did now, because first I don't see Fuller's Pubs because I'm up north, and secondly I reckon they would have done some cracking beers in there. And that ESB is beautiful stuff. Mark my words. I was watching, a couple of years ago, on the Fuller's channel on YouTube, had that James bloke from Top Gear, the straight one with the shoulder. James May. James May. He was at Fuller's. He did a tour around Fuller's and went through all their beers, what they had available. Got absolutely pissed on it. But no, ESB is my personal Fuller's favourite. It certainly is. It's got some cracking stuff. Cracking beer. Cracking beer, ESB. Just a shame you don't see it much, really. Not now, anyway. All these kind of like brightly coloured cans about. Paul Speary says, not a big cider drinker, but I like the Jack Daniels one. I was going to review the Jack Daniels one, but as soon as I got round to do it, the shops didn't have it. I took it out. Never had it. I'm not a Jack Daniels person, to be honest. Me personally, can't imagine it working well. Like I could imagine working well. Let's see what else we got coming up. We've got Mr. Ronald coming up. I live near Bath, mate. I have to agree with Paul. The SB is nice on draft and London Pride. Have you been to Bath, Paul? Mr. Ronald, sorry. Have you been to Bath where I'm talking? Do you know what I'm talking about in Bath? Because I did see a Fuller's Pub there. I swear I did. I'm not lying. I remember seeing the Fuller's sign and the name of the pub. I can't remember. I cannot remember what it was all about. I really can't. So let us know, mate. Let us know what that pub's called. I'll be interested to know what that pub's called. Bath's a lovely place. It really is. I can't remember where we stayed. Stayed at B&B just outside Bath. Got the bus in. Got off at the Bath, where the baths are, Bath. So I say, got off there, but I can't remember much of that day really, because I was on the way back from Cornwall, so I was a bit tired. But I can't remember the place where we stayed at B&B, to be honest. But yeah, it's a lovely, lovely city. Quite small as well, if I remember rightly. Went to look to the Royal Crescent's got slightly out near a park, if I remember rightly. Big park, long car pathways, and you got the Royal Crescent at the top. But yeah, it's a fantastic place, Bath. I want to go back there actually. It reminded me of Tunbridge Wells, actually, in a way. It did. Um, yeah, it's fantastic. London Pride. London Pride with me is a little bit different to your experience. I've had good London Prides and bad London Prides, so I'm not too sure on that one. So um, let's go. Bath Spa. Bath. Mr. Ronald says Bath Spa. Yes, Bath Spa. I called it. I know what you mean, mate. Um, let's see what he's come up with next. He's got lovely place, great little pubs in there. Oh, shout out to all the boys and girls out there. Oh, yeah. Lovely place, mate. Great little pubs in the centre, really old and traditional. Certainly is. Certainly is. It's very tight, compacted as well. It's kind of like everything's kind of like next door to each other. It did remind me of Tunbridge Wells, really did. But it is a lovely place, and didn't know is that near to Bristol either, to be honest. Um, so I just kind of saw the highlight of YouTube about Saints' victory over Sheffield United. But there you go. I'm just gonna drink. So cheers, mate. Cheers, Mr. Ronald. Cheers, Paul's beer reviews. Just gonna go in. Cheers. Fantastic stuff. So far tonight we've talked about Fuller's, we've talked about Bath, we've talked about cider, we talked about Amanda Holden, we talked about all manner of things, all manner of subjects, um, even the football. So, we got another one from Mr. Ronald. Mr. Ronald just come up with another cracker of a comment. See what he says. If I can bring it up, if it's going to come up. Is it going to come up? Oh, actually, Swindon. Now, Swindon, half an hour on the train to Bath. Swindon, that is the place. You know what I'm going to say to you now, don't you? That is the place where the magic roundabouts are. Am I right? About 6 roundabouts in the whole ring of a whole roundabout. Have you been on that, Mr. Ronald? Tell me your experience on them magic roundabouts. Did you meet Florence Zebedee? I remember. I remember Swindon's kind of famous for that. The magic roundabout. I don't know how the hell they kind of like made up kind of like the kind of like idea of having a roundabout with about 6 different roundabouts kind of like intermingle with it. I don't know how I would be lost. I would be absolutely lost if I was driving through Swindon, got to these magic roundabouts, completely lost. Completely lost. Um, see what he says. See what Mr. Ronald says on his old. Let's show it up. Is it going to come up? It might do. Hopefully. Hopefully. Yes, it's famous. The magic roundabouts. Yes, very famous. I hate to take me driving test on that. I feel sorry for anybody who has to take the driving test around Swindon, go around those magic roundabouts. Get absolutely lost, wouldn't you? You really, really would. You really, really would. So, boys and girls, 46 minutes in. I'm going to hang around for hopefully another 15, 20 minutes. Hopefully, if the mic doesn't go down, but actually, it's working really, really well at the moment. So, very much enjoying it tonight. Good banter from the boys. Good banter from Mr. Ronald. And everybody else. So let's see who else comes up with something. Let's see what's here. Right. Worst place for driving tests. I can imagine Swindon be a terrible place to go out and drive in your car. So yeah, totally agree with you, Ronald. I wouldn't like to go there, mate. We got Mr. David Etchells, who's just turned up out of the blue. See what he says. Stick it on the old Quality wise, this is the best stream we've done today, mate. Thank you, Ryan Bryson Payne. Thank you. I know what to do now. It's all about having a little bit of patience. If there's gremlins about, I can't help it. I'm going to have to do it through this StreamYard thing and see how it carries on. Mr. David Etchells has turned up. David Etchells, hopefully going to get your comment up if I can. Unless some of you do. The Stoned Rabbit. Is that the name of the pub in Bath? Let us know, David. The Stone Rabbit. I'm going to go to the Stone Rabbit for a beer. It might be. That could be the pub, mate. So cheers for that, David. Cheers for everybody out there. Cracking stuff. So Aaron Miller, the usual boy of Aaron Miller's turned up. Come up with a good. If you were 2 inches in your mum and your dad was 2 inches in you, I don't know. I couldn't comment on that. Couldn't comment on that at all. Just couldn't. Couldn't comment on that whatsoever. I really couldn't. I think on that note, I'm going to end this stream. I really am. So thank you very much for watching this one. Next week, same time, like you do. And I'll see you, all of you, on my next one. So cheers, everybody. And I'm going to see if this works because I'm kind of like wanting to know if this will work. Is it going to work?